Welcome back. Episode 45 of Crash Course. My boys here, Mr. Sherman.
Did you forget my name for a second?
No. I was gonna say something else, but I was like, no, I better not. Just dealing. Well, I'll get to it. And then Mr. Rivera. Welcome, fellas. Episode 45. Aaron. Who was it?
Aaron Asham.
Mr. Asham. Mr. Sleepy Time.
Oh, yeah.
Go to sleep.
Who was that against? We don't know.
I don't know. I think it was when he was in Philly, but I can't remember.
Well, tell the story to the listeners because probably 95% of them don't know.
Oh, he fought somebody and knocked him out, and his post-fight celebration, he closed his eyes and put his head on the pillow.
Oh, yeah.
That was back in what? Probably early 2000s?
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
So, do you guys get away with that stuff now? You know what I mean?
I think you could.
Maybe not as much as he used to.
He said in an interview, he said he felt pretty bad about that one after the fact because the guy was actually pretty hurt.
Was it against Fedoruk? I don't know.
I don't know who it was against. I remember it. But we're sitting here, we're discussing it.
Who broke Fedoruk's orbital?
Might have been
Might
him.
have been that one.
That might have been.
You know, it was on Spit and Chicklets where Asham talked about it.
Or was it Bugard? Bugard might have did that.
He was a tough dude.
Yeah.
The
He might have
boogeyman.
did that, so.
People don't realize, those heavyweights are freaking heavyweights, man.
Oh, yeah. They're big boys.
They're big boys. And, you see, coming across the feed, you see, fights coming up and, guys take a beating, man. You don't see too many one punches anymore. No. Just guys are just standing in there chucking. But, those days are over. Like Probert going, 3 minutes. I encourage, I don't encourage anybody, but.
No fighting is encouraged here.
But you stand up and you're on skates, you're on blades, thin blades.
Eighth of an inch of steel.
There you go, eighth of an inch, and you're going. Try to do it for 2 minutes.
It's not easy.
You're not doing it. For the average person, you're not doing it.
No.
That's why you see a guy who's good at fighting and you see him off the ice and you're like, seriously?
Yeah.
But it's an art.
Yeah, man, it's not an easy task by any means. And as the saying goes, is as long as you show up, right?
Yeah.
You stand up there and you take it, you give it whatever. There's always somebody bigger and tougher.
Oh, yeah.
Always. And my old man always told me that. He goes, careful what you wish for.
I'm still looking.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm still looking.
Oh, well.
You might find him.
I'm sure you'll find him one day.
One day. I'm ready for it.
Right? Yeah, can't win them all.
We had a good one this weekend.
I was going to say.
And
Yeah.
whatever his name is at Shreveport.
Yeah, I don't know who it was from Shreveport, but he probably had about a 6-inch advantage, both lengthwise on his arms and probably north to south.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, Coughlin, he took some and, man, he gives some.
Oh, yeah.
And, when the guy was skating off from Shreveport, he was leaking all over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Coughlin, but it doesn't always tell the tale of the tape, but because it was a good one, both ways.
Yeah.
It lasted.
Coffee got some uppercut. He ate some uppercuts at the end.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But
it was pretty even up until that point, I think.
I think it was, again, if you show up, man,
Oh, yeah.
when you're a smaller guy, I fought quite a bit. I'm a smaller guy. You can't lose.
No. You got to
That's
get in.
true.
You know what I mean? You can't.
True.
What I mean, if you lose to a big guy, oh, man, big guy's picking on a little guy.
Yeah. Well, that's why being a big guy fighting, it's either you fight a little guy and you lose, you look bad, and you win, you're supposed to win. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as a smaller dude, you can't lose. That was my philosophy.
Yeah.
I got shit pumped all the time. Not all the time, but
all the
enough.
time.
Enough. But yeah, no, Coffee did a good job, stood in there, and we probably had about 2,700 people in here, and I don't think there was a person sitting down.
No.
And the league wants to take fighting out. Come on, man.
And it was a good one. It lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah, I bet you did all the 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
I caught the film, so.
Well,
We
yeah.
can rewatch
Would
it.
you send that to
Yeah,
me
I
so
can
we can
send
put that on social media for all the wannabes out there?
Dude, he's awesome.
Man.
What a tough kid. Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that was his first shift.
Was that his first shift?
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. It was a good timing for it too.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good time. He knows it.
Oh, yeah.
But it was good. Fighting should be in the game. I'm a big believer that it's part of the game. I don't encourage people going out looking for it, but it's certainly part of it.
Yeah.
And everybody loves it, man.
When it needs to happen, it needs to happen. And right
It certainly keeps the game a lot cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid dropped his gloves with Pavo. Pavo's not going to fight.
No.
And then,
You don't want Pavo fighting. There's no way.
I definitely don't want Pavo fighting. But,
Right.
and somebody's got to police it. The refs aren't going to take care of it. I mean, he got a 2-minute penalty for it, but so did Pavo. So I'm still not sure what that was about.
Yeah, I think the scorekeeper was a little confused. I was kind of over there during the game, and they were like, I can't figure this one out.
Yeah.
And then old Donnie Martinez, the old goal judge, he was losing his marbles. Like, man, I can't believe these refs are terrible. But, Baker does a good job. Like, he certainly lets him play. Did on Friday night.
Yeah.
Whatever. Saturday was Saturday, but it didn't win or lose the game for anybody.
He let his emotions get the best of him on Saturday. He was letting. He told me he had thick skin, and I don't know if that was true on Saturday. He was letting guys get under his skin too much, and I think it affected the way that he called the game. Not to say that it impacted the win or the loss, because it did not. Other than we did that to ourselves with the penalties, but like he came over and he was yelling at me. And I was like, "What are you yelling at me for? I'm not yelling at you." And he was like trying to catch his breath because he was so worked. He's like, I'm sorry.
It's definitely an intimidating place to come to. This building is loud. There's no question, especially on a Saturday night when it's sold out. And even for the players, man, and the officials love coming here too, because it's a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like everybody hears about it, but until you get to experience it, and I'm not being biased because I'm part of it or whatever, but it's the reality.
Yeah.
Oh, the environment was unreal on Saturday.
Friday was a little quiet. There was quite a few times where I looked down the bench. I'm like, why?
We couldn't figure out what was going on. Like it was just like it was cold as shit.
Yeah.
Like the wind, and it was just a nasty day. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that's what it was for, but there was, I don't know if there's high school football going on. I don't think so. It's just I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but maybe it was because of the shit show we had the weekend before on Saturday night.
Yeah, tell us more about that.
So anyway, for you listeners out there, probably heard some of the story. So I think it was right around the end of the second period or whatever. I'm outside. I'm on my phone dealing with some stuff, and I kind of walk from the west side of the building outside to the east side, kind of where we park. And as I'm walking, it was during intermission because there was people outside. And, we got this new unit, air conditioning heating unit, and I thought, okay, there's a leak, right? That there was a leak to it. Didn't pay much attention to it. Pretty involved with my phone call. And I'm not looking down at my feet, but I'm standing in water. Or so not water, but wet pavement, like no big deal. But my feet somehow got wet. I didn't smell anything, but I was noticing the ground that, what am I standing in? And there was stuff, and I mean stuff from the women's restroom absolutely everywhere. The whole freaking, the grass that's over there by those units was completely flooded. The parking lot where I was at was flooded, and I'm like standing right in the middle of it, and I'm just like, you've got to be flipping kidding me. So it was a shit show, literally. And
were you in your Birks?
No, man, I was in my nice dress shoes. You know what I mean? But my feet are wet, so you can just imagine. And I'm not happy. And it just turned into probably about a 7 or 8 hour deal because the poor maintenance guys had to clean up pretty much everything. It took the Coliseum probably, they're still working on it, but we almost had to cancel the NA3 game on Sunday because, we can't have that same problem, and know about it. And we couldn't get porta potties. And, we're trying to absolutely everything. So we were probably about 30 minutes away from canceling the NA3 game. Nobody knows that. I think we told you.
After the fact.
Yeah, after the fact. But, Herm and I are sitting there like, what do we do? I said, honestly, we're going to have to do something. Like, we can't allow this.
And was Herm just like, well, it's unbelievable for the grass. So
yeah, it's just manure is good for it. And now you go out there and it's like a patch of green grass.
It's like green grass in the city.
It's like a polo patch.
He loves that.
Right? But anyway, so we didn't end up canceling the game. They got it fixed, and I think they're about done now. But man, it was awful, absolutely awful. And now, like yesterday and Saturday, afternoon, we had high school games going on.
Yeah, and
some of the parents were just busting me about it. Like, hey man, did you clean your shoes? What were you standing in out there? Just giving it to me. But it was pretty funny. So yeah, behind the scenes type of thing. A lot of people don't get to hear the funny stuff, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And it was a gong show. It was literally a shit show.
Yeah, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we figured it out, and here we are, man. So this past weekend, Andy, you guys split 1-1 Friday, Saturday. Friday was good. You know, it was a huge win for the organization, for you guys, for the players.
Absolutely.
You know, started off, you guys come out of the gates a little subject.
Yep.
But, you know, kind of got it figured out and pulled off 2 points.
Yeah. I thought it took them a little bit to get going and kind of settle in, but once they did, and it happened quick too, right? Get a power play goal off the rush and then shift right after the goal.
17 seconds later.
Boom, back of the net, and then all of a sudden, everything changed. Like after that, everything just started getting going, and it looked like a Rhino hockey team after that.
You know, there was you know some moments that went on, like because you know the game, the momentum changes all the time. But there was probably I think it was the first period, maybe second period, whatever it was. It was down here, third period. There was like probably 5 or 6 minutes, and it was almost like keep-away. Yeah. Like the guys were moving the puck, containing the puck. You know, it was awesome to see.
Yeah, they were taking care of it really well. They started clicking, and I don't know, you know, I think, you know, after the week that we had, and not going to touch base on that too much, but, you know, they came to play and figured it out after the first, 10 minutes or so. And
you know, Manzi had a great game. Everybody played really well.
Yeah, I thought everybody played well. The cycle game was really good, to your point, like the way that they were playing in the O-zone. They getting lots of opportunities. Like, honestly, we had 6. I honestly think we could have easily had 8 that game.
Right.
Like, Gordo missed a wide open net on the power play.
Right. Yeah.
There was a couple other opportunities that were grade A's that we had chances on, but like a lot of offensive opportunities and just a couple just let's call them just brain farts on our part defensively that caused the goals against. But other than that, I thought they took care of business. You
know, the first one that when they, you know, I don't know, it was a germ, I think, put it off the guy's shin pad, and it just went down on the breakaway and snipe. But it was just, you know, typical puck luck.
Yeah,
you know, but the guys rebounded really, really good, and it was a fun game to watch. You know, the fans, you know, it was busy, but not like you had said. It was a little quieter for whatever reason, but it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
No, it was really good.
And then Saturday night, you know, come up short 3-2. Guys played well. You know, kind of again some bad puck luck a little bit.
Yeah,
you know, unfortunate event, but
a lot of special teams, a lot of 4-on-4, a lot of, you know, it was just a weird game.
A lot of 5-on-3.
5-on-3. It was just a weird game.
4-on-3.
4-on-3.
Got to tighten up the penalties. Took some undisciplined penalties that ended up costing us because even if they don't, shout out to the PK, did a really good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you don't give up a goal against on the power play, you're wearing down bodies quite a bit and basically letting them off the hook of wearing them down because you're having to kill penalties.
Absolutely.
And they got 10 minutes of that.
Yeah.
With 2 5-minute majors.
5-minute majors, yeah.
So it's like, you know, that.
It's tough to get back, get back rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Guys are getting cold on the bench that shouldn't be getting cold, and it's unavoidable in a situation like that. But then I think like we just didn't have the urgency that we needed. Honestly, like I felt if we had the urgency that we had in the last, call it 5 minutes of the game at the beginning of the third, it's a different outcome.
Yeah.
And we had opportunities with the goalie pulled, quite a few actually, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, like it went down to the wire for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the last 5 minutes we were on it.
Yeah.
You know, but
and that's encouraging to watch, right?
Yeah.
You know, guys aren't rolling over and playing dead.
Packing it in, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
No, it's good. You know, I thought the guys had a great weekend, and considering what we, you know, the week of, I guess, you know, the guys really came to play. Yeah. They really, really did. They bought in, and it was great to see.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be, you know, get through the next couple games. And we go Christmas break. I can't believe it's already Christmas. You know, and then back into the second half, man.
I feel like I just moved here.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
But yeah, no, so it was a good weekend. Now the NA3 was up in Dallas, and that was Sunday was much better. Friday night they were shut out. Saturday night it was worse. And then I think come to Jesus meeting, I think with some of the guys and, you know, returning players, et cetera, we had a good showing on the Sunday night. And I think that was huge for Steve. And I think that was huge for the players, and it says a lot about them.
Yeah, I think if you can, as a coach, bring back a group together after having a rough game the way that they did on Saturday, to get them to come out on a Sunday, which is always the hardest, the third and third, it's an afternoon game. Brahma's rink is empty on a Sunday like that. Yeah. And to get them to come out and compete the way they did and play says a lot about him as a coach, and it also speaks to the character of the guys in the room and the guys in the lineup that day to find a way to get the job done. Because honestly, that game could have gone either way. They had a back-breaking goal that they gave up right at the end of the second period, under a minute left.
After a minute.
That doesn't go in. I honestly think the game could be a different outcome because you just go into the period kind of like, wind out of your sails a little bit, and then in the third there was a bad penalty that led to the power play goal.
And it's hat goes off to that whole group. You know what I mean, for finishing the weekend the way they did, and good job for Steve. Not an easy task what he's getting thrown into either, along with you guys as well. But it is what it is. It's just what makes the world go round, and that's here we are. But yeah, so business. And then now the NA3 they got back whatever wee hours of the morning. I don't know what time they got around. Probably around 1, 2 in the morning.
2, that would be my guess.
Yeah, and then they get the week off pretty much, and then they fly out on Saturday to the great state of Minnesota. Minnesota, right?
Sunday.
They fly out Sunday?
Sunday's the 14th.
I can't.
They play Sunday, so.
Okay, Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah, okay. I think they fly out Saturday.
Yeah, who they play? They play Wilmer Sunday. Yeah,
Wilmer first. Yeah.
So that'll be it'll be a good weekend up there for them in the NA3 showcase. It's a good opportunity for those guys to display their talents. There's going to be a lot of scouts there, so opportunity for 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds to showcase their talents. Man, it's a great event. So, mom and dad, if you're listening and you're not planning on going, see if you can, because it's always a good time. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun last year, and then the NA this year was there's a lot of people.
Yeah, they do a great job both with the NA and the NA3 showcase. You get some of the old school guys like, man, but it's not. It's a great event.
Yeah.
Oh, I know a lot of college coaches that are going. I've had a lot of guys call me and say, "Are you guys going to be there?" And it's like an annual thing for them. Yeah. They always go.
And it's just a great event, man. The NA does a great job putting it on, and there's scouts everywhere. And there's schools from everywhere as well, and it's just a great event. And
there's Tier 1 games going on, too.
Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah, it's packed. That rink is packed.
The logistics of that event have to be just horrific to try to plan.
Whoever schedules that, the actual rink schedule.
Rink schedule, ref schedule.
What a spreadsheet that must be.
Right.
No
they must have a program.
They have to have something, man.
But no, they do a great job, and we've been involved for, I think this is year 5 or 4 anyway. 3 with the NA and 4 with the NA3. We haven't had any issues with logistical stuff or anything like that. They've always done a great job, and they do the spectacle of what it is and the opportunity that these players get to showcase their abilities, man, is second to none, man. I truly believe that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I went to the WSHL showcase for years and years and years. And this event, trumps that tremendously. It's not even close.
No.
Not even close.
No, back in the WSHL days, it's like who can get to the rink first and who can leave first, and we'll meet you at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Sounds about
right.
There were coaches wearing the same suit from the day before.
I'm not to say none of that happens, but it's just, organizations got to understand why they're there. And if you're allowing your scouts and whatever to anyway, I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Location helps too.
Oh, yeah. Anytime it's in Vegas,
yeah,
you know what I mean? There's always the opportunity of shenanigans.
I do get the appeal of it, though, to do it in Vegas, to get the scouts to come, because they can turn it into a couple days. But you're also asking for it as a league a little bit. So.
Right. Big time. Yeah, for sure. But, the NA3, I think good things are coming second half here. You're going to play 3 games to get a break. Then we get back into it. I think back at home against Austin.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge series.
Coming into town. They're on a roll too, man.
Yeah, the doctor's running the show.
The doctor's running the show there. So it'll be good. They're what a turnaround from last year. That's for sure. And hats off go to them. They're doing all right, man.
Yeah, I met Wes in person last weekend in Lone Star, and he seems like a good guy. So
that's good.
He's doing a good job, turning Austin around, and that'll be a tough matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're playing well.
Playing absolutely.
Well. And that's a huge one, because that's basically who you're chasing,
right? Well, yeah. Well, no, I think they're in third, man. We're chasing the.
No, it goes
Roadrunners.
We're chasing the Roadrunners, man.
The Roadrunners are in 5th.
Yeah, Austin's ahead of them.
That's what I'm saying. So you're really chasing Austin. You see what I'm saying?
I guess we jumped. Yeah, well, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
We're tied with the Roadrunners.
we're
going
chasing a
into the
lot of
week.
guys.
Yeah.
How about that? We're chasing a
That's
couple.
fair.
Win games and worry about the rest
Yeah.
later.
You can only worry about yourself, I guess. So, yeah, and then this coming weekend here against Amarillo, that'll be another good test. Big team. They went through a coaching change not too long ago as well.
Yep.
So that'll be a good test.
Yeah, I've been working on the pre-scout for them, and I'm not sure, what we're going to be looking at because I don't think this coach has coached a game yet. So we're going off of what we have, what we've done, what we saw when we played them, and what they did against Colorado 2 weekends ago. So
Right.
Trying to be prepared for all scenarios.
And it'll be good. All that, like people ask, like, are you good or are you not good? Who's good? Who's not? Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know
this
what I mean?
division is tough right
This
now. 'Cause
division is
everybody's
tough.
splitting.
What is it like?
Odessa beat Lone Star this weekend. I mean, anybody's
It's
game.
just who's more consistent and who's going to be more consistent at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corpus jumped in the standings this
Yeah,
weekend.
they first place.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that for a while.
Yeah.
Brahmas are usually up there. But like what? 4 of the last 6 Robbie Cup champions come out of the South.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a tough division, man. Like, and it's, but I don't know who I was talking to, but it's everything. You got your travel, you got the players, the size of the players. It's just the physicalness, the atmospheres in a lot of buildings. I don't know what you're getting in the East, but I hear.
Yeah.
I'm not there, so I just go off here. But just everything in the South is a little bit different.
It's a different kind of player, I think.
And not everybody can play in it, and
No,
not
that's for
everybody
sure.
can play in the East or wherever. You know what I mean? It just takes a different type of player. But I think when it comes down to the Robertson Cup, and when you get into that, these players are built a little bit better. They endure a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just because of the length of the season, the beating that they take,
And the travel.
Yeah.
travel,
The adversity.
The adversity.
Yeah,
There you go.
overall,
That's the
yeah.
word we're looking for. But certainly, long road ahead, and to get out of this division is extremely tough. Extremely tough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good teams, man. 1 through freaking 9.
Yeah.
You look at Colorado. I think they're trailing. They're in 9th place, but I think out of like 3rd place, it's only like 6 points. I don't even know if it's that.
It's tight. I don't know.
It's tight all the way through, yeah.
Yeah, even through first, I think we're what?
9 out of
I don't even
first.
think it's 9.
Yeah, it's 9.
No.
9 out of first.
9 out of first.
I
but,
thought that's
like, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's a couple weekends, and it all flip-flops really quickly.
And we haven't played Corpus yet.
Yeah, and those are
It's
what,
an
8
8-point weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but anyway, it's a long test, and it's a good test for everybody. And I know the guys are probably chomping at the bit to get these 4 out of the way. 2 in Amarillo, or 2 here against Amarillo, then Odessa, then the break, a short one that it is, and then we're back on the road playing 2 in New Mexico on the way to Colorado. So just get right back into it on the road, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we do have quite a few home games though. The
Second half, man.
which is good.
It's
That's
kind of
good.
always
Yeah,
works
so
that
it's
way,
nice.
just due to the fact that with our ice schedule here in the building with the county. So,
It's always been like that, even since I played.
yeah.
It's nice.
Like with the heat and everything, our ice is a shits in
Yeah.
September, October, mainly September. That's why we try to place it when we're on the road a little bit more. But
Yeah, 18 days.
yeah, man. But it worked out 2 years in a row. It's worked
yeah,
out.
No, it was a long trip, but it's going to pay off in the long run.
I think it does.
I'm not mad about missing that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, you come back 0-9. Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah,
But when
no,
you go
of course.
500 or a game or 2 above, like that's a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Get them out of the way. But it'll be interesting. So next week, guys, I leave town tomorrow. We're going to try to do the podcast
Where are you going?
I'm going
Vacation.
to
Vacation already?
Oh, Jesus.
You already
Middle
started
of the
these?
season. Come on.
Whatever,
You
you
know,
fellas.
we got stuff to do.
So
Trying to get
this
somewhere
is
warm this time of year?
no, it's cold. It's colder than here.
It's colder than
I'm
here.
going to Biden, Poland. My daughter's playing up there, as you guys know, for the pre-Olympic qualifications with Team Mexico. So you got whatever handful of games up there. It'll be fun. But I'm going to try to do the podcast from up there to have some of her teammates come on.
Oh, cool.
There's two ladies that I want to get on because they're a flipping trip.
Yeah.
They're an absolute trip.
Crash course goes to Europe?
Yeah, crash course goes to Europe.
Wow.
So I think I have everything set up. I'm looking for a microphone.
Sounds like National
So-
Lampoon's Christmas
So anybody in
Vacation.
Poland got a microphone, please.
You know what, dude? There's a dude. Did I tell you
No.
that? So the last time I was in Poland, I hope the guy doesn't. He's not watching. But So we're there. We're at a game, and we're Mexico's playing, and there's just 3 dudes sitting in the stands. They got a Mexico flag, and we're with everyone from Mexico, right? But except these 3 dudes are kind of. It was a younger guy. He was probably like 25, 26, and it was his dad and grandpa, or the dad's friend. So anyway, so they're cheering for Mexico, and they're from Poland. So I'm like, maybe they have a connection. They don't have a connection. So we start talking to them. Do you mind if we sit with you guys? Yeah, no problem. And he starts asking me some really, really weird, inappropriate questions, and even inappropriate for me.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
And right?
Talk about crossing a line.
No, he did, man. And he was asking me some stuff, and I'm like, dude, like, no. Like, I don't know you. And he's asked me some crazy shit. And then he asked for my number, and I'm like, I don't want to give him my number. So, but he's the type of guy that I'm getting that, he's going to call me right then and there and call me out because I didn't give him the right number. So,
you got to give him the right one.
So I give him the right one, and he didn't call me. But he sends me a message, like on WhatsApp. And you know how the picture, you can put shit on there?
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah.
Well, his picture was like,
you?
No.
It was Crash Course.
Yeah, it was me and anyway. But there was like 10 or 12 dudes in a ditch with gas masks on. And it was the creepiest shit I've ever seen. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm just thinking a lot of different things.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going.
You know what I mean? And so I block him. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, so he comes to the next game. And, like, I'm trying to avoid him like the plague. And, like, he's coming up to me. I'm like, holy shit, man. Like, wow. So, anyway, I ditch him, dodge him. After the game, he's kind of waiting in the corridor, and my wife and I go out the back door, like some crazy shit. So he texts me again. I block him. So I'm like, I'm good. But a month later, I get a message from a different number, man. And I'm just like, what is this going on? And, like, he's asked me to go to parties. He's asking me to step outside to do some, some not cool things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm just like, this is crazy, man.
He's like, here, try my gas mask.
Yeah, right. But he's asked me to go to these parties. You want to come to a party, man? I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. Like, I'm like twice your age, bro. But anyway, I hope I don't run into him again.
I hope you do, because
I'll let you guys know.
Let's get him on the podcast.
No, let's not.
Interview him. Yeah, let's do it.
But it wouldn't surprise me if he's there, but it also wouldn't surprise me if he's not around anymore. If you know what I mean. But anyway, some crazy shit. But
yeah,
I'll let you guys know. I'll let the podcast know. Like, hey, man, the dude is here.
The dude is
here. And if my balls are big enough, I'll get him on the podcast.
Yeah, do it.
I'll say, hey, man, you want to jump in?
Share that WhatsApp number with us.
Here's Mike Rivera and Alex Sherman's phone number and their home address.
Sounds good to me.
Come on down.
I'm still looking for the guy to take me out. So we were talking about it earlier. So,
well, running from bullets doesn't work very well. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never tried.
I know a guy.
I know you do.
But
I wonder how that went for him.
Yeah,
not so good, I bet. But anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. And I'm just thanks for the the reassurance that I'm going to be okay, you bunch of assholes.
Yeah, no, you're going to be fine.
No,
hey,
you're going to be fine.
Good luck to Cameron. Hopefully, those couple days she decided to take off don't come back to bite her.
She practiced last night, right? And she's on the power play number 1 unit or whatever. She's not a power play kind of person, and I'll be the first one to admit it. You know what I mean? Is she good? Yeah, I think she's good, but I don't think she's power play material. She's like, yeah, I'm on the power play, Dad. And I don't do very well. I'm like, weird.
I wonder where she gets that from.
Weird. I was a power play specialist, buddy. But anyway.
Yeah, so was I.
But she's like, yeah, I just like, they have me in front of the net and I just don't know when to pull out or whatever. And I'm like, why don't you watch some video? Let's start there. I've been telling you that for, I don't know however many years, but anyway, she's on the power play. But last tournament she was on the power play. She scored a couple on the power play. So she's not that bad. I just bust her ass a little bit just because.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. But anyway, she's going to be good and the team, hopefully the team does well. It's going to be a lot of fun and appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best of luck to you guys this weekend.
Thank you.
To the NA3 in the showcase, and we'll be in touch, fellas.
Sounds good. Enjoy your vacation.
Thanks, Sherm. I got something for you. Till next time, guys. Thank you.